All right, welcome back, everybody. And like promised, I have Jeff Deering, originally with GDAA Property Management, and now co-founder of Renters Insurance Solutions. Jeff, I've seen you guys have been a great friends of mine while we own the property management firms together.
Right.
We've done a lot of kind of masterminding and obviously we both went our ways. I sold to Mind, you guys sold to Pure. I started VPM, and then you started Renters Insurance Solutions, and now you've partnered with I think Beagle or something like that. So talk to me
Right.
talk to me a little bit about what that partnership is, how that came about, and then we'll talk a little bit about what RIS provides for property managers.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah. A lot of years in property management. And so that's what we focused on when we came out with Renters Insurance Solutions about 6 years ago. And we've been doing that kind of side by side with property management. And then the last year and a half or so, we've been full time at it and very successful. We've had a company come alongside of us called Corgi. They're a pretty innovative AI. They're really AI engineers, and they're behind us now as the insurance company. So the insurance branch, if you or portion of Corgi, has been around pushing 50 years. And the other side of Corgi is the AI aspect that powers everything we do at RIS. So we're kind of the agent or that interface with the property management community, RIS is, for all of these products that Corgi has come out with. Now, Beagle, what you're referring to is our kit, our resident benefit kit. They're calling it Beagle just to be cute, I guess. So people like those little beagles
Got it.
that
So
we have.
Beagle's the product, Corgi
Yes,
the insurance arm slash tech arm, and you
yes,
are basically like an insurance agent, for lack of a better.
correct.
Okay. All right.
That's it. Yeah. And we've been heavily involved with NARPM for years and years, and that's who we love, and that's where we're at.
Yeah. So one of the lessons learned right here is you made a kind of just a comment that's kind of went under the water here, but I really want to bring it up. You guys started building this while you had the PM firm, and
Yes.
you know one of the things that just in pure business here, I'm gonna kind of pivot real quick, but one of the things that I did when I was working full time, I was building empire. I didn't quit my job and then say, what do I do next? And just like you
Yeah.
guys did exit or sell your firm and exit and then say, what do we do next? You guys saw a need in the market. So tell us a little bit about what made you decide on RIS. Where was the need in the market and how do you guys fill it?
Well, there, these products were developed years ago before they were in the property management arena, and a couple of our partners had some need for their company. They had a very large part of their company that was maintenance, running 8 to 10 trucks, and so the insurance branch came up with an innovative product for them to use, kind of like a hybrid home warranty. And as they used that product in the property management world, they were looking at this is a product that's not in our arena. And the insurance agent that we were working with said, you can't have this. This is unusual. We're doing this for you, but we only go to property management firms that are 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 units. And so that's where Renters Insurance Solution was born, where we were able to bring it all together, all the small, me included, small property management companies into one cell. They're segmented so they don't affect each other, but that's how we were able to bring this to the community of NARPM and property management industry where it wasn't available before. So that's where that was born.
Yeah, I know. Like, look, I've been in private management for 20 years, and I'm still mystified by insurance. It's like you start talking insurance, and it's like I get glassy eyed. I don't really know. So let's just talk about some of the products that you guys offer, and then I'm going to ask, do
Okay.
you offer a la carte? Is it all bundled? Like, talk about
Right,
a bit
right,
about just talk about what your products are, and then
right.
a property manager
Okay, we'll
can
do that.
leverage them.
Thank you. Yeah, insurance is kind of like asking about real estate. A realtor selling properties either does commercial, they do single family, they can just be in property management their whole world, their whole life, and never sell a property. So that's like insurance. It's there's so many varieties of it. What we offer is tenant legal liability, which is commonly called renter's insurance. Pretty common in the market now. What we've done is develop what we think is the best RBP out there, and we call it the Beagle Kit. And we have a
RBP meaning
resident
resident
benefit
benefit package.
package,
Yep.
kind of the lingo of the industry now, but we call ours a Beagle Kit. Um, so we have base benefit package. It has credit reporting, renters concierge, ID theft protection that a lot of others do. We've partnered with some pretty hefty companies, Cred Hub and Utility Profit and AIG for the ID theft protection. So pretty deep. We have the air filter delivery. What's unusual about that is our company's not built to grow through air filters. That's not our expertise is insurance. So we're bringing this kit to the market at cost because what we want to do is come alongside the property manager to help them with these innovative products for their profitability. It's real important to us that we partner and that you're profitable and we maximize that profitability. So we bring this kit to the market at cost. And that has generated a lot of excitement. But we have a lot of other products that go along with that. We
So,
have security.
so
Go ahead.
would you say like your base product is this tenant liability plus these other, the ID theft protection, air filter, like that's kind of like a base product. And can I opt in or opt out on any one of those? Uh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes, and since we came from a property management background, there were three things that were really important to us. One was the profitability. We want to maximize the profitability for the property manager. We know this is a nickels and dimes business. So that's why we're bringing this at cost. The other thing was compliance and insurance is huge. Each state is different. We have companies in Washington, D.C., Maryland, all the way to Portland and Seattle, et cetera, all across. And it's really interesting how different it is from one county to one city, not just the state. So we keep up with all the compliance and make sure we're filed in all of these areas so that someone's not getting hit from their Department of Insurance. So that's important. But to answer your question, yes, this was built for a la carte. We don't have an agenda here to drive certain aspects of the kit. So you're able to opt in. If you have a favorite concierge, we just unclick that button and you can keep your concierge and not do ours. So that's just an example.
Got it. So if I'm using like CHS and I don't want to use the utility profit piece of it,
Sure.
I just uncheck that box.
We have a lot of people who do that exact thing. Yep,
Got it. So,
exactly.
so tell me typically how your customers use RIS. So they're getting this base package at cost, which obviously is great. Do they then charge like an admin fee, or how do like you said that we want them to be profitable? How do they become profitable?
Well, one is at cost. Their entry level is so low that they're automatically, if they just keep what they currently have, and then come in at half the cost or a third the cost, that's a tremendous savings, or bottom line to for them. I mean, it's just amazing some of the calls we have, uh, the difference in price for them. So that's just cash that year right to the bottom line. The
Got it.
other is if you hit a certain door count, you can participate in some profit sharing with us. And then there's some other areas with admin fees, depending on which product we're talking about. We have three or four other insurance products where the admin fee comes into effect for them. So there's one on the front end, kind of in the middle, and all the back end. There's different ways to increase your bottom line with these products.
So basically, I can have some kind of admin fee as a property manager, and
Right.
I can make some funds there, some revenue there. Then
Yes.
I have the ability to increase that price, or what most people are doing, they already have some kind of RBP that they're already charging, and then they go over to RIS. They can actually get maybe even more inside their current RBP package, and they don't even have to change the price because of the savings they get because it's cost. That allows them to increase their profitability, their revenue. And then once they hit a certain door count, they can actually get profit sharing. So there's three
Correct.
ways to which they can make money.
That's right. And remember, admin fees, just to throw that out there, you can't just willy-nilly throw any admin fee you want. I'm not talking about the resident benefit package or the kit, but you can't just say, "Oh, I'm just going to charge $8 more on the insurance." Those are filed rates. Those have to be filed with each state. So
You guys
that's
help with that, like mentorship? Like if I come on as a client with RS, let's say I have 500 units, and I want to do an admin fee, would you guys, and so I'm in, Houston, Texas, you would kind of guide me on, okay, this is an admin fee that you could do. This is what we recommend.
yes.
You guys help with
Yeah,
that.
yeah, and that's the whole idea is that we want to partner with someone and walk them through, keep them in compliance, give them suggestions for profitability. No one knows their market more than they do. So we're not dictating what they should do. We're just giving suggestions based on what we see across the United States. And ultimately, it's their decision what's best for their company. But yes, we do a lot of consulting.
One of the things when I was a property manager, I never actually went to an RBP package. Granted, it was in its infancy. I sold back in 19. And one of the reasons why I did not move forward with an RBP was just the management of it. It just felt overwhelming. With filter delivery, and I had to do X, Y, and Z. So we kind of piecemealed it. We didn't even call it an RBP. We just kind of had stuff that was free. Um,
Sure.
Obviously, the industry has matured a lot in this RBP thing. But like if somebody's listening to this and like, man, that just sounds like now I have to maintain insurance and I got to do credit reporting and this and that. Like, talk about like how much time and effort that would take on startup and then managing it from the property management perspective.
Well, yeah, I was there back with you. I remember 10 years ago trying to look at all this stuff, and it was a lot to build these reports out. Um, but we capture this information differently than we did 6 years ago. So for us, it's a 30-minute meeting and we're finished. After we do a 30-minute setup call, we're finished and we're able to gain what we need from your software to make this seamless and effortless. The whole idea, how we look at this, is we don't want a property manager having to think about this every day. So we approach this from their perspective. So we just pull this information through GL codes, and it's not sophisticated, huge reports like it used to have to be. It was arduous at the beginning, and it's really changed a lot. It's streamlined quite a bit. We've got it down pretty good.
Do I have to use your geo codes or you guys just
No,
say, oh, what geo codes do you have? And then we'll go ahead and pull them from there.
no, we can use your current GL codes or we can build out new GL codes. It depends. Um, and really what it comes down to is what that a la carte. It depends how you a la carte your kit.
Right. So, because if I have three things in one GL code, I'm going to have to create three different GL codes potentially if I
Yes.
only want to use two of them with RIS and one on my own.
Right. So we're helping we've got a company who's who's bringing in another company. They're merging and they have two different softwares and different plans and we're streamlining that for them so their staff doesn't have to do all that. So it is really it has gotten easier, that's for sure.
And you guys work with just about any software out there, the AppFolios and Rentvines of the world?
We work with all of them. I'm working with stuff I've never heard before. So, of course, we work with AppFolio, RentVine, Rent Manager, Propertyware, all the big ones out there. But I'm working with stuff now I've never heard of before. But our engineers, if you give them about a week, they make away. It's wonderful to work with them.
So you mentioned your AI component. You got a bunch of AI developers. AI is
Yeah,
AI is the new insurance word to me. Like it's like I don't know what
yeah,
insurance is kind of like this mystifying thing. AI is now this mystifying thing. What is
agree.
and yeah, can you give me an example of how you guys are leveraging AI in one of your products?
Yes, some of it has to do with with our insurance verification. We do insurance verification for our clients. We do insurance audits for them. We'll go through their software and audit their insurance to make sure they're compliant. So there's some things, some automations behind the scenes that we're using AI for. The other is we have late payment notifications. I know there's some software packages that do that, but not all of them do. So we have that capability. We'll call a tenant or text them every quarter to tell them it's time to change the filter. We'll do that. And what's nice about AI for us is we can customize it. We also send out automated move out reports. We can use ours or we can take the client's move out report. And if we say, hey, we've got it set for 45 days and they look and I want it at 60 or 90, we can customize that for them. Um, and then our insurance verification. We use a lot of AI for that, and it's growing. What we're really doing is each call we learn from a client what they're interested in and what would help take some time or some kind of effort off their staff. And we're taking that to our engineers to see if they'll do that. So that's an area I think for us that's going to grow exponentially.
You were telling me, I think we were at either Broker Owner or one of the NARPM conferences, and you were telling me that you were going to utilize AI and establish a partnership with Home Depot to really reduce the filter cost. Is
Yeah.
that in play yet, or where are you on that project?
We have an affiliation with them nationwide, and that's who we're using. So we just felt like we didn't want to use foldable filters, and we needed someone who was an expert in the filter industry. We're insurance guys, so we went to what we felt like was the biggest in the nation, and we have a relationship with them, and that's how we're able to enter in at such a low cost.
Now, as a property manager, I still got to give you the sizes and all that stuff, right? So we got
Yeah, yeah, sure.
we got to do all that. So
Sure,
there
you
is a
do.
little bit of lifting on the PM side if you want to do the filtering piece of it, but that's no
Right.
who you go with. You're going to have to do that, right?
Yes, and I can say it's pretty rare that I come across a PM that doesn't have any. But we do, and sometimes they're like, we'll just do these as we go, and we work with them, and after about a year, we got them all in there.
Now you mentioned tenant liability. Does that include contents? Because I know like early on when I had propertyware, they were really pushing this tenant liability, but I never went there because I didn't see any value to the resident because there was no contents. So I'm kind of a stickler on that still. Does your tenant liability cover any kind of contents for the resident?
Yes, it does, and that I tell you, we didn't go with certain insurance companies at our property management company because they didn't have content. I'm like, they have to have buy-in, they have to have value. And all of these products have value for the tenant. And so we have content. We have an entry level content at 5,000, it's actual cash value. And then we have 10,000, 20,000, and then in a couple of about 60 days, we're going to have on up from there. Um, but the replacement value, which is what we offer, does not take into effect depreciation. So if they bought a $1,600 TV, actual cash value, say it's worth $250, good luck, because they depreciated it. This doesn't is a really good value for what you're paying to have that replacement value. You can get the exact same thing replaced. It's nice.
Yeah. It truly is a benefit to not only the owner of the house with the liability, but it's a benefit to the resident because they're actually getting some of those contents. Uh,
Well, it's two things. You're right. One is I'm surprised how often it's used. So I'll tell you that. So it is a huge value because, and it turned and it looks good for the property manager because what's worse, I would say there's some PM softwares out there that offer only liability, no content. And then when it goes down, they go, "Hey, Mr. Property Manager, I've been paying for this for years. I want to file this claim." Like, oh, well, there's no content, and now you're stuck. You
yeah,
know,
you're the bad guy.
you're the bad guy, and
So
yeah.
give me a do you have a story or two that you can tell us about somebody using RIS and some kind of weird thing happened and it was all taken care of by RIS?
Oh, there's a lot. There's toilets that will overflow, and you have to determine, is it the tenant's fault, or is it fall on the owner, the difference between the tenant liability versus owner. So there's those types of issues you have to look at. You have people who, when they go through an eviction, they're being evicted. They haven't paid for 2 months rent, and all of a sudden my content is 20,000, so they filed a $20,000 Rolex watch.
Uh,
So there's all kinds of weird stories like that. But the ones that are really fun is when someone's actually down and out, and it's sad. The kitchen burned down. They've got kids with them, and we're able to put them up in a hotel because we have additional living expense in our insurance. Um, what I like is when you have another insurance company, you have to go through the phone tree. For example, if you were calling, let's say like Geico or Allstate, some of these, you've got to go through and file, and it could be 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. When you have an issue and you're carrying our insurance, you're getting me or a couple of other people. You're talking to the actual insurance agent. I've found that we have uh, put money in a tenant's account the next day because they were out on the street, and we just sent them the money. Once we went through with the property manager what was going on, we're representing that property manager. And once we found out it was legitimate, there's no 3 weeks. We put money ACH'd in their account the next day. And I can tell you, yes, it's great to help the tenant, but when I remember being the property manager or the manager over that branch, and you can solve that problem for a tenant in one day.
yeah.
It's
It really
priceless.
reduces stress.
It's
It gives you great it reduces stress on the team, and
Yeah,
it gives you a lot of goodwill with that resident for sure.
yeah. So those are the kind of stories we deal with. We have property managers who call us every day, asking to re-look at a claim, and we'll look through it and see if the adjuster was heavy-handed. We have that kind of input. We have to stay within the legal part, but there's some leeway there, of working with the company. So I enjoy the part that we're so accessible, because I know what it's like to be on the other side of it.
And it's nice too because the resident, they may call the property manager, and the property manager can literally tell the resident to give you guys a call. Is that right?
Yeah. That's
Really?
right. There's two aspects to this. One is the liability. That's the claims adjuster. That's a portal. We have a portal that all our clients have access to with all their paperwork, addendums, filters. Um, and what they do is they file that in that portal for the liability part. The um, tenant part, if they had content claim, is just an 800 number, and that reaches us. That reaches our claims adjuster, and it's not this long drawn out activity.
Right, right. So we talked a little bit about some of the products and the tenant liability. Are there other insurances the property management company can utilize RIS for, or is it just tenant liability and contents at this time?
Well, we have several, and we have even three or four more products coming out around September, October. But right now, we have security deposit buy down. There was a time in the industry where we were trying to replace the whole security deposit, which we still have that capability. But it is just so tried and true that we want that security deposit. And so what we've come up with, and it's been pretty successful, is a buy down. So if you have someone who has a $2,000 security deposit, they have the opportunity to buy down 1,000 of it. So the tenant would give the property manager 1,000, and then for a fee per month, they would have the opportunity not to have to put up that other 1,000, and then we would back that with our insurance.
Yeah, that
And
gives
then
so that means the resident still has a little bit of skin in the game, and they're paying
exactly.
monthly versus because I know I don't even know if Rhino exists anymore, but I know they were the first ones to introduce this Rhino and
Right.
Obligo, and I know one of them. I don't know if it's Rhino or Obligo, but one of them is just they stopped doing it.
Right.
Um,
You're right. Rhino's taken a pretty big hit, and I've heard Obligo is. I think that's still out there doing well.
Yep.
But the newest product we came out with, because of California, they outlawed to a degree pet fees, which is massive in our industry.
Yep.
And so we developed for some other large companies our pet policy. I believe we're the only one in the nation that has it, and it's $1,500 coverage for pet damage. Also comes with bodily injury. It's 10,000 if if the dog bites the next door neighbor's kid
Yeah.
or something like.
And that's how does that work? So the resident can opt in for that?
Yes, or a client of ours could say you need to have pet insurance. They can go out and look for another one to replace it because you have to have that option. I believe we're the only one out there with it right now. But if you're taking a bath, basically, and don't have that pet fee anymore, and also you need some extra protection, we're finding people in other states are calling us and they want this product to cover pet damage. And it's not even as big an issue as it is in California, but we have other states calling us and implementing this every week right now.
And so is it all through all 50 states? This
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's
All
not
right. So,
required in all 50 states. There's two states, I believe Maryland, California, maybe DC, Maryland for sure, and about six other states that are following California right now. So we're ready for them.
got
Uh,
it. All right. So
yeah.
give us a teaser. What's a product that you guys are working on that might be out by September or October?
Oh, I think increasing a lot of the limits. I think there's people out there for whatever reason that instead of 100,000 liability, they want a higher limit. We'll have that capability. I think the content will have a much higher uh, drop down almost of those coverages that you'll have a chance to select. Maybe rent replacement that owners are interested in, dwelling policy that owners are interested in. I get asked that a lot.
Yeah. So
Um,
what's the dwelling policy?
well, it's the policy that you have to have as an investor when you have a renter in there. It's not a typical HO4 because you're not living in it, but it's a policy that the owner carries in case the house gets burned down while there are tenants in there. Liability insurance that we request, that most people across the United States request, is not designed to cover the entire house. The owner already has that. The liability is just designed for burning the kitchen down and overflow, something that's going to cost 15,000, up to 100,000. A lot of these kitchen fires are 50, 60, 70,000. So, but it's not intended for the tenant to cover the entire house.
Right.
So the industry standard has been kind of about 100,000 right now.
Would the owner's policy be like almost like a blanket policy where I can offer this to all my owners, and as people join in, I can actually maybe
Yes.
reduce insurance costs for my owners?
Yes. Yeah, that's what we're building out right now. So I don't have, it's not like I'm holding it back. I don't have the nitty-gritty details of it, but I know that's we're within 60 days of
Um,
that.
I know insurance costs keep going up. I was just talking to somebody yesterday, and they said on all their properties here in Texas, they're in like New Braunfels, outside like San Antonio area,
Yeah.
and every one of their houses, the insurance went up $1,000 for the year on 10 houses. And so, having a master policy would almost help prevent that or reduce that increase so greatly because you have scale. Like,
Right. And our prices have been the same for 6 years, the last 6 years. So master policies do give you that benefit, spreading the risk. Um, yeah, hail damage in Texas and floods in Florida have been rough.
yeah,
So
no doubt. No.
yeah, but our prices have held.
So what did I not ask you that I should be asking you, or what's one thing that you want to let our listeners know about before we hit a break?
But yeah, I appreciate that. I think it's important to know who you're working with, and our background, we're very deep in insurance, and the people behind me have been doing it for 45 plus years insurance, and we built this for property managers, and I know people say that a lot, but that's what this was built, and we're so confident of that we don't require contracts. A lot of the competition out there require long-term contracts. We don't. within 30 days, you're good to go if you're tired of making money with us. So, but I really like that. I think that's important. Our onboarding has, when you touched on that earlier, it's so different than it used to be. It's so much easier. I had an onboarding call this morning and it was like in 20 minutes we were done. And of course, I like that for them on their
Wow.
side.
Wow.
It's not mind bending for the staff because you know how it is. Every time you want to do something new, it's like, oh my gosh,
Yep.
what is this going to mean
You're
for the
actually taking
staff?
stuff off the staff in your,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I like that we're customizable, no contracts, and accessible. We're going to keep you in compliance. And overall, we really desire for you to be profitable in what we're doing.
That's excellent. All right, I'm going to put you on the hot seat here in a second. We're going
Oh,
to take a
shoot.
quick
Okay.
commercial break, and
All
then we'll
right.
do the lightning round. We'll be right back, everybody. All right, Jeff Deering, you're on the lightning round. Here we go. All right, let's see. What is one piece of advice you'd give someone just starting out in the property management business?
Oh, well, that's what everyone probably says, but I believe it with all my heart. You have to get involved with NARPM and you have to talk to people at lunches and dinners. It's invaluable.
So not just good enough to be a NARPA member, but actually go to the local chapters, go to
Yes.
the national events, and volunteer.
All the above. It is paid off, and with relationships that are just so valuable. Um, yeah.
What is something that most people don't know about you?
Oh boy. In my previous life, I was a chiropractor.
You're
Yeah.
a backcracker, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I was a chiropractor. Yeah, yep, years ago for quite a while.
All right. What is your favorite fast food restaurant? Your go-to?
Oh man, there's a lot. Oh, I do like Whataburger. I do like Whataburger. Yep. Got to
That's
put
good.
jalapenos on there.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Uh, if it's the only pizza I will eat it, I will not order it.
If you could have dinner with anyone alive, who would it be?
Oh man. Besides you, Pete?
Besides me, because we've had dinner before, buddy. You've already done that one. You check that box.
That's a tough one. I I like historians. I love biographies. I love historians. Probably I would probably go to some of my history books and pick some of those authors.
Okay,
Um, yeah,
like that. All right.
yeah.
All right. Last question here. Are you a dog guy or a cat guy?
Heavily dog guy.
Definitely dog guy. All right.
Yeah,
We'll put you off the lightning round. All right.
made
So
it.
that's right. You did. Fast with
Yeah,
flying
wasn't too
colors.
bad.
So if somebody's listening to this and they're interested and want to learn more about RIS, Renters Insurance Solutions, what's the best way to contact you or to get information about RIS?
Our website, it's YOUR, like your RIS.com. Your RIS.com.
Got the double R in there. Yep.
Yep, yep, that's fun.
All right. And is there an email or something that they can reach out to you?
Yeah, it's Jeff at same
Your RIS.
YOURRIS.com. Yeah.
Right. And if you're listening to this and you're not a member of NARPM and you want to meet great vendors like RIS, join NARPM, go to narpm.org or give them a call at 800-782-3452. And if you are looking to get remote team members to help you with your everyday workload, reduce stress on your team, get your RIS to reduce stress on your team, and then get a couple of remote team members to reduce stress on your team, give us a shout or give us a chance. Go to vpmsolutions.com. You can create a free profile. We have, I think, 42,000 people in over 100 countries looking to work in the property management and real estate industry, or just create a free profile and take advantage of our free VPM Academy. We're over 45, I think we're almost 50 courses now on the Academy. Jeff, thanks so much for being here today.
Thanks, Pete. Appreciate it.
See you, everybody.